from a personal perspective, in what ways was completing the accelerator the most transformative for you?
Well, I think it did two things for me in a way in which like it allowed me to focus on my henna very strongly, and even it's been interesting now that my shoulder has been corrected, how now I might. So when I first started the program, I couldn't do acrobatics and I couldn't do any of my like physical activity stuff. It was really easy to focus on henna because that's really all I had left. Henna and face paint. And now that like my shoulder has been reintroduced and I can go back to my physical activity, um, it's been interesting to see where henna falls on my spectrum. And I think it's actually moved up in levels. Like I'm like, and so that's interesting to me. Like acro is still like primarily my heart and soul, but I'm not gonna I can make money on acro, but I'm not gonna be able to make a living on acro. So like I feel like henna has moved up into that realm, and by just personally by moving henna up, art in general has moved up. So I'm kind of curious as to what this year is going to bring for me as far as like changing. There's been some thoughts about changing my programming, so to speak, in like what my actual business is offering.
Yeah.
And where I want to invest my time. So, and I'm also really proud that I freaking did 10 weeks of this crap. But it's, like, it's just like, it was a hard program. It was harder than I thought.
I knew it was hard, but like hard in what ways for you? And
more time intensive and more like pulling my focus to one thing over and over and over again. So I don't know if henna was my business and I didn't have anything else, like if I didn't do face paint and I didn't do balloons and I didn't do all that other stuff like that I focus on, it might not have been such a personal like challenge for me, but like because I have all those other things too, like okay, there's definitely been times in the accelerator program where I was just like, okay, well, how important is this to me? Like, do I really want to go through with this? Like maybe I'm just totally willing to like not do this, and
wow,
the answers to that question has been like, no, I'm going to do it, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I realized I had a passion for it. I didn't realize I had quite so much of a passion for it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, most of my stuff I've done work-wise has come either naturally or relatively easily. Like I've had to work on a lot of the physical stuff, like the aerial things and all. I've had to work, but that feels like more of a physical challenge to me. Like, so working through a program in which I was working on things that A, I'm not good at, and B, like didn't come easily to me, really gave me a good idea of how serious I was about my business.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. I like, that's so validating. I think that's so affirming for you in so many different ways, just because it takes that. I can really see myself doing henna. Like I'm serious about this. And like you said, realizing that passion is perhaps larger than you even imagined or realized before. That makes me excited for you.